Missing someone. Love with all your heart. Missing someone. Love with heart.
Did you do any color since the last time?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you tone it or you did highlights?
tone it.
You toned it? Okay. What did you use for the toner?
I have no idea. It went somewhere local.
Okay. The placement we did last time, we did mostly like the underneath and then we left the top, right? Yeah?
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. Because I feel like I remember you telling me that you didn't, you would prefer me to leave so that when it grows out, it's very...
Yeah, exactly. So basically, my highlights are kind of brownish right now, so I want to correct them and I want them to be silver. And I want this piece more white.
Okay, so you do want me to do the front?
Yeah, the front,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
All of this. But then here we're not going to start any highlights, so
Yeah.
we're going to leave it natural.
Yes.
And I like it when it kind of becomes more lighter towards
the ends.
Is that called balayage?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Yes. And then the highlights, I like them to be very like chunky and defined. Not everything blends and it turns into one color, but more like defined.
Like dimensional? Okay. Do you have a photo of
Yeah.
placement maybe?
Yes,
And
yes.
then how light you would like the front?
Something like this.
Do you like, because that one looks really solid on the ends. It doesn't
Yeah,
look very chunky. and
Exactly.
skinny.
I
Okay.
like something more chunky. So
Okay.
this like
That's too blended and solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like how it becomes lighter at the end. So
Okay,
that's
you
why I
like
like this
that
picture.
concept.
And I'm not so dark up there, so I don't want to apply any dark here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is darker than me, but we're
Yeah.
just gonna follow what I have.
Yeah, we're not gonna be.
No,
we're gonna
no, no.
just touch this and really
Yes.
the underneath leaving
Yes,
this.
all of this we're gonna
Yeah.
just leave. So this one, I don't know if it's a little bit more chunky. I don't think it is, but I like how it becomes lighter at the end. And then this, I like the money piece.
That's really chunky. Do you want it that thick? Because that one goes to there. When it grows out, I don't know. Yeah, I might feel like
What if
too
we?
chunky.
I've seen sometimes they grab a piece and they tease it, so it doesn't start like with a demarcation. So it can
Yeah,
kind
we
of
can
start.
do that. We can do that.
Teasing it so that when it grows, it's not.
Soft.
So
we
yeah,
can.
it can kind of start more like here, you know.
So you want it to like start here, but like gradually get thicker.
Yeah.
here? Okay.
Yeah. So that way, when it grows, very good.
Yes.
And plus, it grows so fast, so I don't want to
Okay.
have that. Yeah, I guess she has it very.
Yeah, because
strong
hers is
way.
actually. I'm pretty sure hers is natural.
It might be natural. Yeah.
But I feel like if I did that on you, because you don't
Yeah.
technically have that white chunk in the front, here, can I show? It would look too harsh when
Okay.
it grows out.
Okay, so let's do it softer right here.
I would do it softer, and then, but we can still do it a little bit lighter.
Yes, yes. And then I also want, regarding the cut, right?
Yeah.
I want to have, like I don't have layers. I want to keep the length as much as possible. You might want to trim it so that it grows healthy, right?
Yeah.
But I like it long.
Yeah.
Hey, next time I'm gonna do layers, but now not yet.
Yeah, just straight, and
Yeah.
then maybe face framing layers.
Exactly, some
Yeah.
layers around here, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and like a little bit of maybe.
Okay. What do you like about that?
I like how it becomes lighter from here down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Like, not as solid as that, but you see how in this photo, if this was brought up a little bit higher, but like that melt to where it's like
Exactly.
skinny,
I
and
like
then it
that.
gets a little like
Yes.
fatter
I like
towards
that.
like the mid
Yes,
with like the money piece.
yes.
Okay.
So it's not like from here.
Yeah, do you want it to be that rooty, the front piece, or you want it to start where that starts?
maybe a little bit higher. Okay. I feel like she has
maybe
grown it a little bit.
Maybe just like a little right there, but then as we go down, it gets lower. And
also
lower.
because I do have some white pieces right there, like natural, right? So maybe we can kind of blend that.
Yeah. Just like right here, I'll do it like not chunky, but just something.
Become chunkier. Yeah. But also because I want some framing, then how would that go? Because I feel like the chunky, we're gonna cut it kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you first.
Okay, good.
And then based off of where the length is, I'm gonna visually.
Okay.
And pick those pieces out so that they're those pieces that are in the front. Okay. But you don't want it as solid on the ends as this. Okay, just lighter.
Just lighter. And like chunky.
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
And then the styling, I would like something wavy like this.
Of course, yes.
Something like beachy wavy, not so formal.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week I have a returning client. I've only done her hair once before this, and it was about a year ago. And she wanted something that is going to pretty much just make her gray look more flattering and just look more intentional and just make herself feel good as her color starts to grow out. And the old color that we did grew out very beautifully. You can see the ends, they're very gray still. We are going to be lightening them up a little bit more because she does want to be a little bit lighter overall, and she wants the effect to where the roots are a little bit more dimensional and then the ends get a little bit lighter and have that beautiful nice gradient. So I'm going to start off using my signature placement, and we are going to be doing some diagonal backs around her hairline and the nape of her neck here. I'm going to be pretty much just like weaving and just like teasing some areas here in the back, and the reason why I'm teasing is because I want it to be super diffuse. I really don't want anything to have any sort of harsh lines, and we are going to be taking these weaves extremely see-through because again I want to have the cleanest lift. I feel like with gray blending and transformations that are very natural like this where a client already has a ton of gray, it's super crucial to take the thinnest sections because you really don't want to see any type of warmth or line of demarcation where the lightener meets their natural. So we're going to be really working on just like brightening up her ends right now, so that's why I'm more so teasing than really doing her root. We already love what her root is doing to her, so that is another reason why I chose to tease instead of taking it all the way up to the root like I normally do. So I'm doing my same placement in the sense where I am doing a mohawk section here, which is basically just taking this back part in one center section. And this is going to save you a lot of time if you just do the back all in one go here and then connect the front with the sides. I used to split this back section into two, like how I did those first two foils with the diagonal back around the nape and the neck, and I find that just doing it in one section like this saves you like at least a few minutes, and honestly a few minutes on a full head of balayage like this makes a huge difference. So for my lightener, I am using the Danger Jones powder lightener, and I'm obsessed with this lightener. I use it on all types of hair, no matter if I'm doing a color correction or a retouch. It is just so versatile in the way that it has bonder in it and it protects the hair, and it just gives me the lift that I always need, and I can always count on it no matter what. And also guys, I just came back from Danger Fest with Danger Jones, and they were talking about the reason why they lowered the price of their bleach. Their bleach used to be $30 USD, and they brought it down to $23 USD to really help the artist community because they believe in investing in their artists and the people who use their products, and they really want the best for our community. So they decided to lower the cost of their bleach. It is the exact same quality that it was when they first launched it, and it is so great that they were able to do that for us. So in our consultation, she mentioned that she does want the front to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going in and giving her a very soft money piece. I'm not doing anything too chunky. I do want to weave this because since we're going to be really maintaining a lot of her natural gray that's at her root, and we want everything to look so seamless. Like the whole purpose of this whole placement is so that you can't tell where we highlighted her hair. Like at the end of this appointment, I want it to look so seamless to where it just looks so natural. Like that is the entire purpose of this placement and what we're trying to go for. And I want this to last. Like I want her to go another year without seeing me, or even just grow this out, because I already know that it's going to blend really pretty and complement her natural gray as it grows in. And that's what I'm all about. I feel like for me and my clients, I am always searching for a way to have the best longevity with my color placements and tones for my clients so that they feel like they're getting the most out of each appointment. And I feel like that's just key because it builds trust with your clients. And if I was a client, that's exactly what I would want from my stylist. So I'm pretty much just doing what I prefer and just like my style as far as what I would want my hairdresser to do for me. So after I did her pretty much money piece, I did those foils to the root, but I'm gonna go back and just go back to my teasing. So I'm now connecting the sides, like the front money piece, to that center section in the back, all in this one side section. And the key tip, you guys, for this one is to make sure that your spacing on the sides fits into the foils so that you can avoid doing two different foils on this side section and just going up the side of the head all in one go. And I am trying to kind of feather and do like a diagonal back type of placement as I'm feathering on her hair. And again, these sections I am weaving, teasing, and when I'm weaving, I'm actively trying to pretty much pick out any pieces that are a little bit on the darker side. And I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but if there were any pieces that had like a different foil, that meant that those foils had pieces that were going to be ready sooner than the rest. So now I'm going to be going on to her pretty much her halo top section where this is going to overlay everything. This is where she has her old highlights mostly concentrated. And so these are the areas where I'm going to be placing a lot of those foils that are going to be ready before the other foils that are silver. So the foils that are silver are going to need a little bit more time, and the foils that are printed are in a printed foil on purpose because those are the foils that I need to check first because they are going to be ready sooner. And the reason why they're going to be ready sooner is because those are the pieces that I highlighted her hair last time. So I'm going over previous blonde here and picking them out, feathering them out, because it's been like almost a year since we lightened them. So over time, any type of blonde, it does get a little bit darker with like just naturally like the minerals in your water or whatever it could be. And so I'm just brightening those areas up a little bit more. And for the whole application, I'm just using the Danger Jones bleach with 20 volume. And the reason why I am using 20 volume for the whole head is because I'm going to be just checking, and as soon as the foils are ready, I'm going to be rinsing them out. So it's a really good indication for me to differentiate the different levels in the hair with the printed foils and then the silver foils. And to just really diffuse that top section even more, I am doing diagonal backs from her part line on the top of her head wherever it lays, and just really picking out those blonde pieces, teasing them, and then just painting kind of like a teasy light tip out. So guys, I'm really excited to announce that Danger Jones is actually going to be coming out with something very exciting very soon. And I'm excited because I'm going to be using it in my upcoming gray blending class that's in pretty much a month from now. And so the product that I'm toning her with is that product that will be coming out very soon, and I'm just so excited that I was able to get my hands on it and start using it on my clients. And guys, let me tell you, this toner is amazing. So I messed up my camera settings and I wasn't able to get the sound of this, but she absolutely loved her color. I was so in love with the fact that you can't even tell where her highlights really are. It just blends so well, and I feel like this is gonna fade out and grow out so soft on her. Like, I feel like the roots into the ends that get a little bit lighter is exactly what we were going for. And I love that we kept a lot of her like natural dimension, because I'm all about using the natural hair as the dimension opposed to like adding lowlights into the hair. And this is just going to grow out and last her probably another year, and I'm just super excited to see what it'll look like when it's fully grown out. So yeah, you guys are probably wondering what I use to tone her, but stay tuned for that because it will be coming out very soon, and I will be sharing a lot more details about it as well too. Alrighty guys, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and as always, I will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.